You got a fake ass, fake titty, fake, your nose been carved, your face. Look, when you cry and you didn't have work done on your face, you can't do this. That bitch.
That's crazy. This man. Corey Holcomb criticizes Cam Newton after his K. Michelle interview. I mean, that was a crazy interview, but and let's take a look at what Corey Holcomb had to say. Fair use.
Black men. I could show it, but I don't have to. But just trust me, she dogged black men.
Yeah.
Now here's a heifer who done had her ass, titties, face, nose, everything done. Everything done. Ain't she done had some stuff yanked out before too? Am I wrong? Huh? Who was the girl who had something yanked out? Had her ass yanked out?
I believe that might have been her. Yeah, I think that was her.
Was it? Wow.
I said this when I went on Cam Newton's show. Women with BBLs are insane. Women who stuff shit, women who stuff things in their ass. They're insane. They're insane. Now I don't have to go into talking about K. Michelle because to everybody who has common sense, you see this woman is insane. She's sitting up here talking negatively about black men naked in front of Cam Newton.
Yeah, that's just the first part, RJ. We're gonna continue watching what he had to say, but yeah, Corey Holcomb is at it again, and he's criticizing Cam for not pushing back on that interview.
You have three people: Cam Newton, K. Michelle, and Corey Holcomb. Each one a personality on themselves, on their own, all mashed up together. We know that Corey Holcomb loves the controversy. At least he's comfortable with it. Some people say that he does it on purpose, so he purposely creates drama and controversy. I think that's his brand, so he's comfortable with it. And it's very easy to say, hey, you should have pushed back. But Corey Holcomb on Cam Newton's show, he likes that shock factor, you know? He likes for people to say, oh, whoa, you know, like that's his thing. So I'm curious to see what we're going to talk about relating to this topic. Guys, I want to thank you for being here. Whatever your thoughts are, of course, share it with us in the comment section. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our socials, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. The link to our newsletter is here. Yes, the newsletter where we share with you links to videos and other viral moments of the week that did not make today's show. So if you want to continue engaging with us, aside from YouTube, this is your perfect way to do so. It's entirely free, so feel free to sign up. KaiR.
Yes, let's continue watching.
Man, naked in front of Cam Newton. What she had on is not a dress a lady would wear. And she's talking about black men, y'all got to step up and all this. She is dressed like a slut, sitting on a couch talking to a man about other men, and she's dressed like a slut. Them little maid in a lab titties is out. They out. You see this dress? Nobody could take her seriously except for people in her mental condition. Because they root for that. They want somebody to say something out of pocket. But I will say this. Now, this is what's going to get me in trouble, but I got to say it. My brother Cam Newton sat there and let her say whatever she wanted to say. And one time he said, I received that. Now, first of all, let me put this out there. I was in awe when I met my brother Cam Newton. When I met Cam Newton, I was in awe because anybody who know anything about sports know that this is a specimen. Cam Newton was one of the standout Heisman winning, and they didn't even like him and they gave him a Heisman because he was at Florida with Tim Tebow. And, you know, it was some little adolescent stuff that happened. if you ask me. I call that like when you get caught, it was something to do with a laptop missing. Yeah, he went to Florida first, Phil.
Yeah, he went to Florida first.
You know who was also on that team, RJ? Gigi Papa.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
There's only one who let off more than one shot.
Do I know him?
Of course you know him. It's only one. There's only one who was letting off. He was his hobby was playing football. His real job was taking
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, Aaron was part of that. Aaron was part of that team, and you don't know him, but the Pouncey brothers, great football players, by the way, Pro Bowl players. They both were also on that team. That team was crazy. But let's continue. Fair use.
And then he went to Auburn and won the Heisman because there wasn't nobody like him. Do you disagree with that, Craig?
No,
he
was
he
great.
is
He was
a
great.
LeBron type of
NFL.
yeah, NFL. He's the LeBron of the NFL for sure.
Don't be acting like I don't like my brother. But I got to tell my brother, listen, man, when you let them women have their way with you like that, it don't sit well, especially I was on your show. I said something that you didn't really agree with, and you act like it was the end of the world. You got that clip when I was on there? Hey, let me know if you got that clip and you could play it, because, I mean, he let this lady, K. Michelle, sit there and talk crazy. I don't care if a bitch be crying. I'll be like, bitch, you crying because you crazy. You got a fake ass, fake titty, fake, your nose been carved, your face. Look, when you cry and you didn't have work done on your face, you can't do this. That bitch.
That's crazy. Yes, man. Oh, by the way, this is from another woman. I've learned this from another woman. If you want to know if a girl's lips are real, tell her to do this. Great. You can learn a lot of things from women. Women are the best exposers of other women.
Yeah,
Hey, Corey is already going in.
Yeah, he's going. And that's what I meant to say with the shock. That's what I referred to by the
Shock value.
yeah, when I said the shock value. He had the joke, but he keeps now he's joking about how they cry. That's crazy.
He's
So-
stacking. He likes
yeah.
to stack jokes on jokes.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
did
go
you
ahead.
watch that interview, by the way, or at least parts of it?
I saw the part where she started talking about black men, that she's done with black men, I guess she said. And I think afterwards she was crying as well, something like that. But
Yeah, that was a quite interesting part where she said she is done with black men and that she's opening her arms to let's call it the Caucasian man, and then turn around and say she's still single. I was like, okay. I don't have any I don't want to be critical of nothing. I'm just saying, okay. It is what it is. Sometimes no one wants you.
yeah. But I guess what are
What
we
is his other-
expecting? Yeah, what are we expecting from Cam? And the same goes for Unk. When they criticize Unk. Shannon
Yeah, that's a
Sharp.
question. Should
It's
they
like-
be critical? Should they
Yeah.
push back? Because what he's referring to is that, and maybe I'm gonna play it as well. He said during the, you know, Corey, man. Corey keeps it straight. We talked about this, by the way, as well. Do you remember during that interview he said Will Smith is a Puda intruder?
Yeah.
He called him straight up a Puda intruder. We've talked
Yeah.
about this on this show as well. We don't have real proof. We had a guy who used to be his assistant who claimed all kind of weird stuff. So we talked about it.
Yeah.
And then what he said is basically when he said that Will Smith was a Puda intruder, Cam pushed back. And when K. Michelle was talking crazy about black men, he didn't push back. That's the essence of his this part.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, do you think Cam should push back a little bit on his platform when people are pushing and pushing? I mean, if you're saying, I listen, I understand, and not push back, or should you just let people go crazy?
If you ask me, Cam pushes back. I think he pushes back more than Unc. He will tell you what he feels. He will tell you what he believes. But the purpose of the show is to have a 1 hour or longer conversation. And imagine as of minute 10, it becomes a debate. I don't agree with you. You know, then it becomes a different show.
That's true.
It becomes a different show. So I think that's why I posed the question as well. What are we expecting from Cam? Does he need to do more? I don't think that should be the case. And just because he didn't, so you need to let someone finish on your show. I mean, that's also common courtesy. So just because he let her finish her sentence doesn't mean that he agrees with it. But maybe what Corey is saying, that maybe now she believes that he agrees, and so she's, instead of getting a reality check, she's now deeper in her way of thinking.
Yeah, I think what Corey's okay, continue.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, only thing I want to say, I think what Corey's referencing here is basically the fact that she basically blamed the deterioration of the black family on the black man. Everything.
But we know how that goes, right? It's always the black man.
Yeah.
It's always the black man.